Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. For today's pick a card reading, I wanted to do one that I've only ever done once before. Someone requested it a while ago and I've recently seen people commenting on it, so I wanted to do another one. And that's how it's going to be a reading about how you think they feel about the connection versus how they actually feel about the connection. I remember the first time I did it, I was nervous to do it, but everyone said they resonated with it. So I wanted to do another one of those today. I hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for the continued support. Yeah, I just love you guys. So I was excited to come on and do a reading for you guys today, a pick a card. I get a lot of comments about, I'd much rather you do pick a card readings than single readings, and I keep telling people I do pick a cards. The reason I do the single readings is because I want to have an energy exchange with you guys every day in some way. And, you know, if I'm not feeling called to, of course I won't do a reading. But anyway, enough of that. So I hope you guys are doing well. Don't be afraid. I immediately felt some anxiety from someone when I hit record. So maybe you're afraid that what you're thinking is actually true. So yeah, just don't be afraid. I'm here for you. I'll hold your hand. We'll be all right. So yeah, for pile one, we have this Labradorite heart. Oh dear, maybe this person is tongue-tied. Ooh. Oh my, calm down. For pile number two, we have this fluorite heart. And for pile number three, we have ruby fuchsite. I know you guys can't hear it because he's sitting behind me, but I can hear Wally rumbling. He's purring because I'm speaking. Anyway, if you need a minute to sit with the energy, you can pause the video and I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile one, and welcome to your reading. If you chose pile one and this Labradorite heart, this is going to be a reading all about how you think they feel versus how they're actually feeling. So we're going to have a look at the energy here. I think that already you feel nervous with this pile. I felt it right before I hit record on the intro, but I'm really feeling some anxiety from this pile. Also very interesting, my dogs are super anxious right now. Very interesting. So little story time. When I used to be a photographer, oh my gosh, my dogs, they're having a panic attack. When I was a photographer, I had people coming in and out of my house to have their photos done. I had a studio in the basement, and my dogs, whenever that was going to happen, they could feel it coming because of the way that I behaved. I started tidying. I would shut one door, like a certain door in our house, and all of a sudden they could pick up on the energy and they felt anxious, like super anxious. And this morning, before I came to do this reading, I found myself kind of bustling around, tidying up, doing laundry. And because I don't trust my dogs, I put them in the room where my partner is working and shut the door. And now every time I move my chair or every time I move, my dogs freak out because they think that I'm preparing for someone to come into our house. Anyway, long story short, I had no idea why I told you that story. I was just explaining why my dogs were barking. But by the end of this story, I have realized that I feel that your person is going through some type of transformation, and I feel like you're picking up on that energetically, but that it's coming in as anxiety and nervousness, and you don't know why you're feeling that way. Listen to my dogs. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go let them out of that room. Oh my goodness. Hang on. So I went downstairs and let them out of the room and gave them a cuddle, and they're all fine now. They're about to bark because they're going to be fed. But anyway, what I was saying is it took me telling you that story to realize why I was telling it to you. As I was telling it to you, I started getting, you know, if you guys watch my face videos, you know that when I'm picking up on energy, I turn bright red, like it just spreads across my face and neck. That was happening to me. So you could be very nervous about how this person is seeing this connection. I do feel like this person has pulled their energy back, or you've pulled your energy back. There's detachment here. Anyway, we're already getting into it. I want to tell you not to be afraid though, because I feel that what's happening here is something very powerful. It's interesting because I'm shaking a little. I can see the plants shaking because I'm like vibrating. Interesting. So the first card I want to start out with is oh, now I'm knocking stuff over. Jeez. Pile one. I feel like you've been through it. So I have a bunch of oracle cards that we're going to get to. I want to start with how you think they're feeling about this connection. And we'll just jump right into it. We have I have no idea how to pronounce these things. Cosmic ether. Is it ether? I don't know. But interesting, because what I'm seeing is I'm seeing all of this brain activity, and I feel like you're thinking about this person all the time, or you're thinking about what will happen or when they'll contact you. And I feel like you think they're not thinking about this. I feel like you think they are avoiding it right now. And I don't think that's true. There is this energy of controversy with this card. And, you know, I feel like you think your person is no longer thinking about you and trying not to think about this. They're not giving this any of their energy. There's kind of a void here. And like I said, that's not actually true. This is also one of the dark cards. So, there's like dark and white cards in this deck, and I think it's very symbolic of, you know, the fact that you may be thinking from a place of fear or ego right now because you're afraid or you're worried, or I don't know what it is, but this energy is interesting. Let me just look at this cosmic ether. So there's an energy of you think this person is denying this connection, or denying looking at it, their shadows, or denying opening up to you something. You feel like this person is shut off from this connection is what I'm getting with this card. Interesting. I feel like you... Well, I'm just going to get other cards so that we can get more energy here. So I'm going to get your other cards for how you think they're feeling. I'll just do this. So this is how they're actually feeling. This is what's happening, or the current energy, the truth, so that you can get a better understanding of what's actually going on. And then these cards represent what you think they're feeling about this connection. So moving right along, we have the shark, and there is this energy on your person's side for how you think they're feeling, that they're completely detached from this, that they're not thinking about this, that they're denying this connection. You could feel like they're resisting going within, or they're resisting looking at their shadows. I do feel like there's something in this connection with your person that perhaps they do have to have an awakening about, or a realization about themselves. But for how you think they're feeling about this connection, to me, it feels like you think they're avoiding it right now, like they're laying low is what I'm hearing, and perhaps denying it. I know I use this deck a lot. It's one of my favorite decks. This is on page 111, by the way. It does talk about a destructive energy. So perhaps you feel like this person thinks this connection has been destroyed. Anyway, it definitely feels like you think your person is avoiding shadow work or avoiding this connection. You feel like they're not thinking about you. You feel like there's no activity. And when I say activity, I'm specifically getting brain activity, so thoughts. It's like you think this person doesn't think about you anymore. Perhaps because this person is holding back their energy from you right now. We have the one who hides the sun. Oh, just like I can't, these cards, the way they come out and they are all so in synchronicity with each other. We have this image again of someone who is hiding from this. You feel like they're avoiding you. You feel like they're avoiding looking at their shadows. This gives me devil energy, and with the sun, I feel like perhaps you tried to shine a light on their shadows and perhaps they pulled away or went into the deep. Here comes that song again. We could have had it all. Is it rolling in the deep? Anyway. I'm hearing that song in my head. I wish I could pick up on the lyrics. We could have had it all. That's the only thing I can hear. Anyway, I feel like you think this person is avoiding healing, specifically with this star and the way this shadow has kind of is protecting this energy. I wanted to actually, this is how you think your person is feeling about this connection. And strength, 8 is strength. So you could feel like this person's ego is really inflated right now. You could feel like their pride, you know, they'd never look at themselves. Their pride is so whatever. Very interesting. It talks about this person living in the shadow. So to me, it feels like you feel like this person is not willing to, or you feel like they're not looking at their shadows and they've kind of turned their back on you here. Interesting. It's really interesting because this card says, do you feel like someone is blocking your sun? And this is how they're feeling, how you think they're feeling about you. So to me, I'm also getting the energy that you feel like they weren't happy with you. And I don't think that's true at all. We have the 5 of crystals. No, sorry, what I'm trying to say with this card is that you're someone, you think that because you pointed out their shadow, they are now angry with you, or they resent you, or they never want to speak to you again, or you've, you know, whatever the things you're feeling. And that's often what happens when there was a card the other day that came out, a flower card, the clover, and that card talked about, I'm not going to get it, I want to, but that card talked about I wish this wouldn't happen to me when I channel. I start like picking up on, anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. I will talk about it. The clover talks about a conversation that, or something that you need to say to someone, even though it's someone that you care about. So I feel perhaps you feel guilt for pointing out this person's shadows, and perhaps you feel like they won't forgive you for that. We have the 5 of crystals, and the 5 of crystals is the 5 of pentacles. And the 5 of pentacles talks about being isolated, rejection. So I feel like you think this person has rejected you or is too hurt by you or something, that they, you know, that perhaps they'll remain isolated. I feel like you feel like this person maybe has rejected you in a way with the Five of Crystals. Ladybugs could be symbolic. Interesting. Five of Pentacles energy. I feel like you think they're feeling very rejected by possibly the things you tried to reveal to them. This shark card talks about something in the deep that needs to come to the surface in order for there to be growth, in order for there to be movement and progress. And I'm getting the feeling that this is something that you brought to the surface. It's a shadow you shone the light on. And I feel like right now you feel, oh my gosh, these dogs. Anxiety, you know, I feel like you feel anxious about how this person feels about you. I feel like you think they're avoiding you and they don't want to look at their shadows and they have maybe just moved on, is what I'm hearing. Interesting. All right, so now we're going to look at, let me make sure those are straight. I guess they are. I can't really see over there through my phone stand. We have water energy too, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this is how they're actually feeling about this connection. So I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. I do feel like maybe you think this person is not interested in hearing from you or reconciling with you. Again, there's like no activity there. You just feel like, I feel like this person's also, I'm getting the energy with this card that you feel like this is someone who is refusing to be awakened or see the truth. Perhaps they haven't spiritually awakened yet, and that's why you're feeling that way. Lots of messages. So for how they're actually feeling about this connection, we have the Crow, and this is very interesting because this shows someone who is enlightened. This shows someone who's tapping into their intuition and who's thinking about this logically. They're also trying to listen with their intuition. They could be getting intuitive downloads or psychic downloads. I do get magician energy from this card. This is someone who is, Wally confirms it, this is someone who's thinking long-term here and who is going through some type of awakening. This is someone who, to me, looks like they're gaining knowledge about this connection and about themselves. Actually, not just about this connection, more importantly, about themselves. And those things that possibly they were avoiding looking at. Before we move on, I just want to talk about the Crow. The Crow is, you know, it's someone who has awakened, someone who has had some type of realization and is now able to progress, especially spiritually. I do feel like this person, magician energy, wants to make something happen between the two of you and is currently working on all of their elements. And when I say that, this is someone who's working on their emotions. This is someone who's working on their financial stability. This is someone who's working on their home. This is someone who's working on healing things. So we have Big Bang. And I just thought it was so interesting because, you know, like I said, we have a dark card here. Now we have a light card. And to me, this is illuminating what's actually going on. Remember, this is actually how they're feeling about this connection. This is someone who's had an aha moment or an epiphany, whatever you want to call it, spiritual awakening. This is someone who's had a realization about this. They've realized, I think they've realized something about themselves, something perhaps they had pushed way deep down inside and was ultimately maybe contributing to the downfall of this connection or the destruction of the tower, I'm hearing. I don't know what is happening to me. The words that are flying out of my mouth. The show Big Bang Theory could be symbolic in some way. I've never actually watched it, which people are like, what? You've never watched it? And then because I'm autistic, when people say that, and they're like, you should watch it, you should watch it. I'm like, well, now I don't want to watch it because you're telling me to watch it. Anyway, I wanted to look at this Big Bang card. But yes, Big Bang Theory could be a neat little synchronicity for some of you. The Big Bang explodes. What does it bring? Expansion, expansion, expansion. And it talks about stepping outside of the comfort zone. So this is someone who's stepping outside of their comfort zone. This is someone who maybe in the past was uncomfortable looking at their shadows, or uncomfortable opening themselves up to love, or uncomfortable with commitment, whatever it is. This is someone who is now having these realizations and is expanding spiritually and in other ways too. This is someone who what they're doing is affecting them long-term. They're looking at long-term potential with you here. This is someone who's had a realization. It also is, it says portal 999, and we've talked about nines before. And I believe I looked it up. Oh, my iPad's covered in cards right now, so I can't look it up right now. Or can I? I believe when I looked it up in terms of love connections, 999 symbolized coming into union. We'll just look in this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're just gonna look. We're gonna look in this numbers 1 to 999. Somebody asked me the name of this book, so here it is. It's by Mystic Michaela, I believe. Anyway, 999. The cycle of what you have been doing is reaching fulfillment. You are at the finish line of your goals. It's time to start leveling up and visualize new ones. What can you do to tie up loose ends? Explore this question today. Isn't that interesting how I was buzzing around my house this morning trying to finish up like a little odds and ends chores, and my dogs got so freaked out by it. This is very interesting. I'm sorry. I love synchronicities like that. I'm not sorry. I love synchronicities like that. So, you know, to me, this is very symbolic of that energy. I've been channeling the creator, that crow who's been wanting to make a move. Wally, please stop licking. We have a lot about, I love the energy of expansion and awareness and awakening in this reading. Like bang, bang. I have a card talking about the red door of possibility. I think there's a woodpecker on it. And once one door to abundance of possibility opens, or you have a realization, it's like it sets off a chain. So that's what I mean. I feel like your person is going through a lot of transformation right now. We have Scry Mirror, and when I look this up, this is also about an awakening. This is about being able to glimpse their higher self. I feel with the mirror energy that you did show this person something that they've been afraid to see in themselves, and now they're staring themselves down in this mirror, having these realizations. 65 equals 11. It's also the energy of lovers and Hierophant. So a lover's connection meant to help you spiritually evolve, Hierophant energy. So we have air here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Anyway, this is someone who is getting in tune with their higher self. Their higher self is guiding them. I think it's very amazing how these cards came out. Very confirming. And we have the 10 of crystals, which is the 10 of pentacles. So like I said, this is someone, the reason they're not rushing in right now is not because they're not thinking about you or avoiding or denying or rejecting you. It's actually quite the opposite. This person is finally making moves and expanding in ways that will benefit this connection long term. This is someone who's thinking long term, okay? They're looking at this now. There's a lot of them looking at this, I feel like not dissecting it, looking at it, reflecting, looking at whatever it was that they avoided looking at. Seeing you for who you truly are. 10 of crystals, 10 of pentacles is the energy, like I said, of thinking long term, of the actions you're taking right now. You are doing them because you see how it can be stable in the long term. So very, very beautiful energy for how they're actually feeling about this connection. For how they're feeling about this connection, I didn't even mention it, 10 of pentacles. They see a long-term future with you. And to me, this is someone who's accepted it and who is now awakening to it. You know, possibly this person is not talking to you. I don't think they are, because we do have such contrasting energies here. You know, you feel like they're not even thinking about you when in fact they're going through a whole awakening over this connection. So very interesting. To me, this is someone who's willing to look at their shadows because you're worth it. Your union with you is worth it. So now, these two cards are going to represent what's happening right now energetically. Because we're asking how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. So now we're going to look at what's going on with them energetically. So we have the self. The synchronicities in this reading are very interesting. The imagery. Just wait till you see the next card. With the self, it immediately reminded me of this card. This is someone who is ready to accept those things about them that they were avoiding for so long and to start living their, it's like stepping into a new phase after realizing something about yourself. So very beautiful energy, very transformative energy. And we have 17, the eye of the needle. And I don't like how there's needles so close to that eyeball. That kind of gives me the creeps. I'm just going to cover them. But this is someone who's looking at this and themselves very carefully here. This is someone who's very focused on self-awareness right now. We do have the energy of healing here with the star, of wishing for this connection, of not being able to let you go. This is someone who's, to me, laser focused. I do get Lord of the Rings energy from this card, I can't lie. And it talks about intentionality. So this is someone who's thinking about their intentions here. This is someone who is thinking about how, I feel like they acted in ways that they didn't intend to with you, or they didn't intend to hurt you in the ways that they did. This is someone who's thinking about their intentions for their life as well. Their intentions towards you, I'm hearing. So we have the Self card. It's on 119, if that's symbolic to anyone. That does equal 11, so we've got 1111 happening already. Witnessing and accepting new aspects about the self. So that's what this person is going through right now. It's kind of like they're going through an ego death. They're learning how to accept those shadows now that they've faced them. And that's why all of this is happening here. That's why we see all of these little awakenings happening. Although I don't think they're little, I think they're huge. Yeah, this talks about someone who was pulled down by their ego at one point and is now looking at themselves, exploring all aspects of themselves and accepting them, forgiving themselves, self-awareness. Seeing the you behind the you, so interesting. So this is someone who's finally accepting the healing journey is what I'm seeing in this energy. And someone who's very focused on what they need to change about themselves and what they need to work on. With this energy, like look at the bursts, what am I trying to say? There's imagery of, you know, bursts of energy, bursts of, you know, burst. I don't know how else to, I'm lacking words right now, but we see a burst of energy here and a burst of energy here and a burst of energy here and a burst of energy here. I just think it's interesting. It feels like something's going to happen to me. It just feels like something is about to burst, like something's about to happen. And perhaps in the past, it felt that way for a different reason. Perhaps in the past, it felt like something was going to break or something. I don't know. Interesting. I just feel something big is about to happen. Big bang. And, you know, I think it's interesting how my dogs were acting at the beginning of this reading. They've calmed right down, but they were so, like, they were convinced something was coming. They were convinced someone was coming over. So anyway, that's pretty, that's, I forgot to shuffle the cards first. Oh, well, we'll just go into it. So I wanted to get how you think they're feeling about this versus how they're actually feeling about this in tarot. And I intended for this to be how you think they're feeling about this. And we do have the Two of Pentacles. So right away, I feel like you think your person maybe doesn't think about this. Look at this, separation. So I feel like you think your person, you know, has their heart closed off to this right now. Especially with the Two of Pentacles, it feels like you think your person is, you know, focused on something else. Interesting. So let's just have a shuffle. We have Four of Pentacles. So you feel like this person, you know, maybe you definitely feel like they're holding back, but perhaps you feel like they're letting you go. We have the Queen of Cups. Look at the cute imagery. Look. Look. So cute. Interesting. So Queen of Cups and Eight of Swords, you could feel that's interesting. I'm picking up on the energy that perhaps you think you were too needy towards this person, which is not true. Or maybe you think this person thinks you're very needy or you expect too much. Interesting. Remember, this is how you think they're feeling, not how they're actually feeling. You think they feel at a distance from you. I think you feel like they're closed off. Page of Wands, perhaps you feel like this person only had, like maybe you thought it was just a fling. Maybe you think they thought it was just a fling. I think you feel with the Page of Wands, maybe they don't want commitment. Interesting. The Page of Wands, you know, gives fling energy sometimes. And I almost get the energy that you feel like you weren't anything, or you must not have been important to them or something, is what I'm hearing. So now I'm going to shuffle. I'm just going to set these here. And I'm going to shuffle the cards for how they're actually feeling. Oh my gosh. The deck that I chose for how they're actually feeling, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. Oh my gosh. So that shows someone who sees long-term potential with you and who knows that you deserve someone who is evolved and healed and confident and can provide for them. And this is the energy of someone wanting to take action towards you. And that's kind of like, look, another orb. Like anyway, I think that's very interesting. Interesting. The Nine of Wands shows someone who is looking on ways to improve themselves. The Nine of Wands shows someone who is, oh, interesting. I just saw the Fool. The Nine of Wands is someone who, oh my gosh, what is happening? What is happening? The Nine of Wands shows someone who is willing to fight for this connection, even though it's hard work, even though they've had to look at themselves. I just saw the Fool and now we have the Empress. And with the Emperor, what was I saying? This is someone who wants to come towards you and take action, take a leap of faith towards you. This shows someone who has realized your worth here with the Empress. Oh my. Interesting. Right away, we're getting juicy. Look at that. We have the Two of Cups. Remember, their thoughts. Two of Cups. Deepening an existing connection. Reconnection. Three of Cups. Reaching out socially. My dogs. Oh my gosh. 10 of Cups. What is happening? You guys, this is someone who sees you as their emotional fulfillment. Oh, the Amazon Prime man is here. I gotta pause it. There's somebody here. All right then. So let's get back to it. Your person's madly in love with you. Two of Cups, Three of Cups, 10 of Cups. Death and rebirth, wanting a second chance. Oh my goodness. Look, more of that energy here. Interesting. Circles are very symbolic of cycles coming to an end, of completion. So let's get into it, you guys. Now that my dogs are... Somebody just dropped something off of the door. So I'm telling you, I feel like this person wants to... wants to take action towards you. We have the King of Swords. So like I said, this is someone who's looking at things very logically right now, thinking about it, having realizations. The King of Swords shows me someone who is perhaps unwilling to admit things about themselves. I don't know what it is about this reading, you guys, but the interruptions and the noise, I feel like maybe you overthink a lot, or you have an anxiety about it, or I'm picking up on your person's energy who is constantly thinking about you, but it's just been like interruption after interruption, noise, noise, noise. It's been interesting. So, Wally, please, don't you start now. So we are going to see how you think they are feeling about this connection. So let's see how you think they're currently feeling about you. How do you think they're currently feeling about you? So we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. And it could be that you feel like, it's interesting that this Queen of Cups came out again, because I feel like maybe you think this person thinks you asked for too much, or you were too needy, or you needed too much. You just needed too much. Do you know the energy I mean? Eight of Pentacles, you could feel like this person is spending a lot of time working, focused on their own work, moving on with their life. Perhaps you worry that this person no longer sees long-term potential with you. We do have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. So perhaps you feel, it's interesting because I feel like you think this person maybe uses work to distract themselves from thinking about you. I'm also seeing with the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom that maybe you think because you haven't heard from this person, because there's no movement, that they're not interested in this anymore, or that they're not interested in investing in this connection anymore. And I don't think that's actually true for your person. I'm actually going to do the whole reading like back and forth between two decks so that we can stay really on top of this energy. So that's how you think they're feeling. Perhaps you think they're focused on someone else. With the Queen of Cups, I feel like maybe you feel, what I'm seeing primarily is that you think they're focused on taking care of themselves and their work. So let's see how they are feeling about this connection. How are they feeling about this connection? One more. Interesting. They want to reach out and touch you. Their cards want to get together. The Devil in reverse wanted to come out. So that's, you know, for how this person is feeling about this connection, that shows this person feeling a release of some of those behaviors. They're feeling like they want to come towards you and end the silence there. Interesting. For how they're actually feeling about this connection, we have the Three of Cups. So we already talked about that. This is someone who wants to reach out to you. Look, Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups. This is someone who wants to exchange energy with you, someone who wants to give you equal take. They're thinking about how can they... It's interesting because when that thing was dropped off at my door, I specifically thought maybe they'll send you a gift. And here we have some gifts. This is someone who wants to communicate with you with the Three of Cups and in a social way. So like, hey, how are you? Seven of Cups shows them wanting to bring clarity to this situation. This is someone has a lot of clarity about the way their life is going now, and they want to choose you is what I'm seeing. They want to make a choice. They no longer want to be away from you here. This is someone who wants to have clarity about this situation and bring you clarity on perhaps some of the things they learned about themselves is what I'm seeing. So let's see how you think they're feeling about you. How do you think they're feeling about you? Page of Cups. So Page of Cups, it's interesting the energy that's coming out on your side. Page of Cups, I feel like you think that perhaps they don't want to be vulnerable with you. Page of Cups, you could think that that they don't have like a full cup of feelings for you. Very interesting. Two of Wands and the Hermit, to me, shows that you feel possibly like, with the Page of Cups and the Hermit and the Two of Wands, I feel like you think that, remember how the Page of Wands came out earlier with the same bear, and now we have the Page of Cups. So it just feels like maybe you don't think this person reciprocates the same feelings about this connection. Two of Wands, you could feel like this person, I keep getting the energy that perhaps you don't think this person is emotionally stable or mature enough to be able to look within at their shadows. And that's how I'm seeing this. The Two of Wands shows needing to change a cycle or a pattern in order to move forward in a connection, like a love connection, or it can mean that. That's the energy that I'm getting from it. And as I'm obsessing about these cards, and to me, it looks like you hope that they're reflecting about this connection, but I do feel like you have a lot of fear that they aren't, and that they're perhaps giving their energy to someone else or something else and not actually thinking about you. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Oh! Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You're their empress. I think that's amazing. You're their empress. That's how they're feeling about you. They could be very drawn to your energy right now. This is someone who feels like they want to nurture this connection. This is someone who feels like they owe, not that they owe you, but to me, this seems like someone who knows they owe you more nurturing, more equal give and take, more energy put in. Very interesting. I want to get one more for how they're feeling about you. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this is someone who wants, like the Seven of Cups in reverse. That's magical. Someone who wants to stop running from this. This is someone who wants to take accountability and to stop running from this. This is the end of someone holding back from you. So they're definitely feeling like coming forward towards you here. We do have the Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune showing this person wants to be honest with you and make adjustments to this connection. With the Queen of Swords, they could feel like maybe you don't want to hear from them, or that you'll be closed off to hearing from them. I want to look at this, how you think they're feeling about you again, just because we got two cards there. So how do you think they're feeling about you? How do you think they're feeling about you? We have the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So here's this energy and the Eight of Cups. There is this energy that keeps coming back around on your side where it's like you feel like they don't, how can I put this? It's like you feel like they don't, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. The words are right in my head, but I can't figure it out. Hang on. This is how you think they feel about you. And with the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, there is this energy that you feel like you're not worth, you feel like they think that you are not worth prioritizing. There we go. See, it's so hard for me to find my words sometimes because I am autistic. So to me, it looks like you feel like they don't think you're worth prioritizing when in fact, they're seeing you as the Empress. They are seeing you as someone they want to prioritize. Eight of Cups shows me that you feel like possibly this person feels like that there's nothing here between you anymore. And that's just, you know, that's not the case. So look, Four of Wands. So let's see, I want to get how, I actually want to get what this person is not telling you. What is this person not telling you? Oh my gosh, they're going through an awakening. What the heck? What? They've had an awakening here. This person isn't telling you, but they've had some realizations about themselves. You know, this Self card is very linked to judgment, in my opinion, where you have to go within and reflect about your self-judgment. And this is someone who perhaps wants to take accountability for something but hasn't, you know, this is what they're not telling you. They're not telling you that they want a renewal here. This is someone who sees having a renewal in this connection. And this is someone who's going through an awakening. This is someone who doesn't want to run from this connection anymore. I think it's interesting that we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, because over here, for how you think they're feeling about this, we're getting Five of Pentacles energy. And the fact that it's in reverse is showing me this person doesn't actually want to be isolated from you. I also feel like if your person was inconsistent, hot and cold, fear of commitment, that they're having an awakening about some of those behaviors. Interesting. Let's see what you think they're not telling you. What do you think they're not telling you? What do you think they're not telling you? We have 3 of Cups in reverse and the 8 of Swords. So it's interesting because you feel... You could feel like they're going through an awakening with the 8 of Swords, but that's just for some of you. Perhaps, you know, I'm going to have to think about this 8 of Swords for a minute. 3 of Cups for what you feel like they're not telling you. There is this energy where I feel like you think this person doesn't have enough energy to give you, or doesn't think you deserve that energy is what I'm picking up on. Oh my goodness. This is interesting. For some of you, you could think this person, this is really interesting. For some of you, you could think that this person this is so precise and it's not going to resonate for all of you. You could think this person has a friend that they're like involved with romantically, or that they have a friend that's turned to romance. That's what you think they're not telling you. So for some of you, you could think about, or you could think that this person has like a new relationship with a friend, or one of their close friends is now a romantic partner. I don't think that's true, but that's what's coming through here in the energy. Like I said, though, for some of you, I feel like you think this person thinks, or you think this person isn't telling you that I'm getting lost in my words. I feel like my autistic struggles are shining through right now. It's like you feel that this person is holding back from you, that they think you're not compatible with them, or you wouldn't make a good team. Like you think that they're sparing you your feelings. There we go. That's the whole point. Sparing your feelings. Okay. Jeez. Okay, I want to look at this person's intentions. We have the Hierophant. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys, we see commitment here. We see spiritual growth. This person intends to communicate about the growth they've had. This is someone who sees commitment with you. This is someone who intends to tap more into their this spiritual connection specifically. Strength shows they intend to strengthen this connection. They intend to strengthen the bond between you. This is someone whose intentions are commitment. Look, we have the Magician energy. I told you I was feeling Magician energy. This is someone who intends to communicate with you. Let's see what you think their intentions are. What do you think they're intending to do towards you? We have the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. So you think that they intend to end this and to not have that ego death, possibly to not look at their shadows. Very interesting. Do you see the difference in the energies? I find that magical. Just me. I find that magical. Let's see what their next action will be. Oh, okay. We have the King of Swords, so someone coming in with truth and clarity. That flew off so fast. I'm going to take another one. Let's see what their next action will be. I just saw, oh my gosh, I just saw 9 of Swords in reverse pop out, which is sharing or alleviating stress by talking to you. We have the Star. And Death and Rebirth. Isn't that interesting? Oh, Look at their actions, you guys. We have a rebirth. We have, because after this comes them taking action towards this from their higher self's point of view, or from their higher self after they've had these realizations. They have a rebirth into their new, what did that book say? Into their new, I gotta go back and get it. I have to. Accepting new aspects of self. That's specifically what I wanted to say. Accepting new aspects of self, bringing you truth and clarity, restoring hope to this connection, healing. 17, the star. I've got my sights set on you. Anyway, that's a song that I've been channeling constantly. Let's see what action you think they're going to take. What do you think they're going to do? We have 5 of Wands, so it's like, I don't know if you have much hope for this connection. I hope that you do, and I'm just picking up on, you know, you on a bad day, because there is lots of hope to be had over here. And if you are feeling very negative about this connection, or very hopeless, which I'm seeing on this side, it can delay this from coming in. So I hope you take this as confirmation that, you know, there's something amazing happening in your person's energy, and they will come back. And the more that you fear it, and the more that you believe that they're not working on themselves, and you give into that darkness, and you give into your ego, the more resistance it causes in between your two realities, is what I'm seeing. Let's see what you think they want to happen with your connection. What outcome do you think they want in this connection? Could be that you think they just wanted you for sex, I'm hearing. So interesting, because we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and to me it feels like, you think this person no longer has interest in you, especially if you had to be that Queen of Swords and stand in your power. To me, it feels like you don't think this person, you know, if your authentic truth was, I deserve to be treated A, B, and C, I feel like you think this person doesn't respect A, B, and C, or think that you deserve A, B, or C. I just feel like you think this person maybe thinks you are not their match, and it's quite the opposite. Let's see how you think, or sorry, let's see how they feel about the potential of this the potential of this connection. Where do they see this connection going? 4 of Wands, I knocked that. I'm not going to take it like that. 4 of Wands. And the Magician, unlimited potential, union, marriage, togetherness. Oh my goodness. 6 of Wands, another card about success and being seen as a couple, being recognized as a couple on social media, putting in effort. This person sees a future with you for sure. They see marriage, is what I'm seeing. Interesting. How do I want to end it here? I already feel like I've been through a journey with you guys. That reading was very up and down and all over the place in terms of interruptions. I kind of want to see these hidden cards just to get a few messages from your person. The hidden truth. So let's have a look. What does your person really want to say? I am waiting patiently. So this could be someone who's awakening and whose higher self is like, I'm ready to go in, but maybe you have no hope left. And so that crow can't come in. And no, I'm not blaming you. If you think I'm blaming you, that has more to do with you than me, I believe. I'm not saying any of this is your fault. I'm just saying in whatever energy I'm tapping into today, I do see lack of hope. I see like maybe your ego tells you at times that this person is not interested in you. And I am waiting patiently. So this is someone, 10 of Pentacles, they're thinking long term, so they're taking their time. Interesting. We have, I need security. So this could be someone who needs to be stable before they come in. They need to feel like they're in control of all of their elements before they come in. We have, I want you so badly. And we have you, oh, I am not financially stable. And we also have you broke my heart. So it could have been that when you told this person, you could have broken their heart in some way, or when you told this person, hey, that way you're treating me is not okay. They could have been very hurt and wounded and kind of, you know, avoided you because of it. I'm just going to get one more so that it's even. I feel the sexual tension. Well then. Look, I daydream about a life with you. 10 of Pentacles. I told you. Long term. Anyway, pile one. That was your reading. I hope it made sense. I apologize for all the interruptions, but I think it was symbolic in a way. And yeah, I am sending you guys lots of love and light. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this fluorite heart, and pile number 2, this is going to be a reading about this connection, about how you think your person is feeling versus how they're actually feeling and what's going on. Your pile, I think, is going to be a really interesting one, because I feel like right away, I feel like your person is going through a lot, and perhaps you think it has something to do with you, and I don't think it does. Before I get the oracle cards, I am going to shuffle the tarot. I'm using 2 tarot decks. I'm going to switch it up and use, for pile 1, I did the opposite, but for you, for how you think they're feeling about this connection, I'm going to use this deck, and for how they're actually feeling about this connection, I'm going to use that deck. So I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle. So while I'm shuffling, we'll talk a bit about how you think they may be feeling. Right away, I feel like perhaps you think they don't see long-term potential with you. I feel like for some of you, you could be talking with this person, you could be with this person, and maybe you're just looking. I feel like sometimes your person is quiet and holds back, and you're not quite sure what's going on with them. And perhaps you feel like they don't see long-term fulfillment here in this connection. That's not the case. With the Tower in reverse, perhaps you feel like this person thinks this is a very weak connection that's not going anywhere. So we have the King of Pentacles. So you could, it's interesting. You could feel like this person maybe they are a father. Maybe they have a lot going on. I'm not sure, but you could feel like maybe they think they're too good for you. I'm not sure why I'm getting that. I do think they hold back from you. I think there's things going on that they haven't revealed to you, or there's things going on, like maybe you aren't talking to this person. With the Moon, I feel like you feel like they have something going on. Maybe you feel like they're a bit mysterious. For the Moon, you could feel like this person is afraid of being in a connection with you, afraid of forward movement, afraid of labeling it. They could be, you know, hesitant to put a label on it. I'm almost seeing someone who's, you know, I just feel like you're very confused about how, like, do they like me or do they not? Do they love me or do they not? I just feel like maybe you're getting inconsistency from them for some reason. We have the Four of Pentacles. So to me, it feels like this person, you feel like they're holding something back from you. I'm not sure what you think that is. It could be that this person has children for some of you, or they have a family. We have the Five of Swords here. So to me, it feels like you think this person... It's interesting because I feel like your person is dealing with wounds and dealing specifically possibly with generational trauma or childhood wounds. And I feel like for some of you, you know that with this Five of Swords, because that's kind of, you know, the Five of Swords is self-sabotage. The Five of Swords is someone who is acting from a place where they feel like they're protecting themselves, but really they're acting from a place of hurt. So you could know, I feel like you already know this person has some other things going on. Interesting. I do feel like perhaps you wonder if they see a future with you for some of you. Anyway, interesting. Let's shuffle their cards to see how they're feeling. So right away we have the Sun here, masculine energies. So they do feel a lot of energy with you. They feel a lot of positivity in this connection. It could be that this is a connection that made them want to ground themselves and to be more accountable. Interesting. I do feel like this person has fears here. Seven of Swords in reverse. This person could have fear of being hurt, fear of, you know, for example, if somebody cheated on them in the past, I feel like this person fears that happening to them again, or you doing that to them. We have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups shows that they feel a very generous, loving energy from you. And I believe that it really helps them, it comforts them. But for some reason, I get the sense that the way they respond to you makes you feel like they don't feel that way. We have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, you had the Two of Wands as well, shows that this person does see the potential of a future with you. Eight of Wands. This is someone who had very fast feelings for you, very fast. And I feel like it came as a shock to them because I feel like they weren't looking for it. I feel like I do feel like possibly they had a wound in the past. They had their heart broken. And I feel like they weren't expecting to feel something like this. This could be someone who, you know, just got out of a divorce or just got out of a relationship and they were still healing from that. And I feel like sometimes the energy that they give you makes you wonder if they do feel the same things you're feeling. One more. Four of Cups. So this person could be afraid that, again, this person could be afraid that you won't reciprocate their love, or that you will, you know, end up rejecting them or hurting them in the end. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh, that was interesting because your deck was the Eight of Cups when I first picked it up. So Eight of Cups for how they feel about, this is interesting, for how they feel about this connection is they feel like in whatever they've already built, that's not where their fulfillment is. It is with you. And I feel like you perhaps see it the opposite. I feel like you feel like maybe they don't see fulfillment with you. Very interesting energies here. We have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands shows this person wanting, sorry, 10 of Wands in reverse. Shows this person wanting to share something that happened in the past, something that they've, you know, kind of held on to. I feel like this is someone who, you know, could be very overwhelmed in their life right now. Maybe they have a lot of responsibilities, but this is someone who wants to share something with you. So for example, if this is someone who's afraid of being cheated on, I feel like they want to share that with you. If this is someone who has kids and is like, they're going through something with their family or something, this is someone who wants to share that with you so that you know it's not you. Interesting. So let's get into your oracles. So for the first card we have, this is how you think they're feeling about this connection. And then we have what the energy that they're in, what they're going through, and then how they're actually feeling about this connection. So yes, let's get into how you feel first about what you think is going on in this connection. So we do have Wormhole, and Wormhole is a very interesting card because it does talk about being a transitional, like being, how do I say that? You could feel like you're just part of this person's journey to transition into their highest self or something, or you feel like maybe they're in your life for a season, or they think you're in their life for a season and a reason, and that's it. Wormhole shows that you feel like this person may just be, you could feel like you're a rebound. I know that sounds weird, but you could feel like you're a rebound because possibly it happened so quickly. Or you could feel like this person is just not using you, but with you or in a situationship with you while they're figuring out their life. And that's not what's happening. So yeah, with Wormhole, we get the energy that you feel like they're in it. I just heard we're here for a good time, not a long time. Like that's that song, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun don't shine every day. That song. That's what I just heard. You feel like they're here for a good time, not a long time, or that's how they feel about you. Sorry. This gets really confusing for me. And I have problems communicating. I especially find it hard in these ones where I'm saying how you think they think you feel, or you know that Friends episode, I know that they know that we know that they know that they know we know we they know. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like you think this person feels you're a good time, not a long time. Interesting. So for the animal card, we have Lamb. And this is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And there is this very timid feeling. So I feel like you think they're timid of you. They're afraid to open up to you. They're afraid to trust you. You know, I do feel like this person has been hurt in the past. I don't like the image of lamb to a slaughter, but that's kind of what I feel. So I do feel like this person perhaps is very quiet and shy and not as forthcoming with their feelings and what they see going on in this connection. You could have even asked them, like, where is this connection going? And they could have said, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't want to rush into anything. I don't want to put a label on it. It just feels like you think this person is timid of you or afraid that you're going to hurt them. Maybe you think they're afraid of you. We have smother, and this is what I meant about you perhaps feeling like you are giving too much to this person or communicating too much or showing too much of your emotions. You may feel like you're scaring this person. There was an energy that I was talking about when I was shuffling that made me think of this card. I can't remember what it was. Interesting. I'm sure it'll come back. I'm sure it'll come back. So to me, it feels like you think this person may feel like you're smothering them. Again, that's not the case. This could be someone who you're... I wish I could remember why I was getting that energy before. This could be someone... Let me just look at these cards. I need to refresh my memory on what I was seeing when I was shuffling you. Yeah, there's this energy of you not wanting to give too much to this person because possibly you don't know if they feel the same connection with you. I feel like you're afraid of overgiving to them or coming across as clingy. Interesting. I have no idea what card I was trying to... No, I'm not seeing it. I don't know. Anyway. You could be someone who calls this person first or texts this person first, and maybe at times they feel a little standoffish, so then you're like, oh, well, I don't want to smother them. You could feel like sometimes this person may become overwhelmed by the attention you're giving them, or they may become overwhelmed with other things, and perhaps you think, oh, I'm smothering them, or they feel like I'm smothering them because they're holding their energy back, but it really has nothing to do with you. We have the Two of Feathers, decisions, and direction. So this is Two of Swords energy. So you feel like this person hasn't decided about you yet or still needs to make a choice about you. I feel like you feel like everything is very up in the air with this person, perhaps. And I feel like it's because your person is going through things that have to do with their past, possibly even with their childhood. I hope I can make it make more sense as I get into it. Interesting. Yeah, I just get the sense that you feel like you're smothering them. Or, you think they think you're smothering them. Because I do feel like at times this person holds back, and I think they're holding back for completely different reasons than you think they are. For some of you, you could feel like this person isn't sure of you with the Two of Feathers. You could feel like this person still hasn't made up their mind about you because they do seem a little standoffish. So for how they're actually feeling about this connection, we have the Oyster, and this is really interesting. This is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is the energy of this person feeling something very special within this connection. And I feel like at times they do sabotage this connection, or they do run away from it or pull their energy back to protect themselves. I feel like this is someone who does feel something very beautiful here. They can see a future with you. And I feel like this is someone who has kind of been given the push from their higher self to work on themselves and to stabilize them. I'm kind of seeing Emperor energy, someone who sees the potential here and now wants to fix those things that they haven't fixed about themselves. They want to, look at what kind of traits they're passing down through generations. They want to, this could be someone, for some of you, I was picking up that maybe this person already has children. So this could be someone who is, also thinking about their children. So maybe that's also why they hold back, because they have something that, they're protecting. Anyway, very interesting. I want to just look at the Oyster card here. So the Lamb mentions you know, someone who's very patient, so they're moving very slow. So, and it does say quiet, timid, concerned. So you could feel like this person feels very timid about you, you know, worried about getting hurt, worried about opening up, worried about, this could be someone who has even said to you, I've been hurt in the past, I'm not ready to open myself up again, and maybe they disappeared. Oyster. I unfortunately know that oyster energy well, and it comes from having trauma. Yeah, there is this energy of this person being hesitant to share some of the things that maybe they went through. Maybe they're holding back because they have children and they're, you know, they are thinking long term. They're wanting to see where this goes before they show you, or before they let you connect with their children. I know that's very specific, but that's what I was hearing, so I have to say it. And yeah, it says that this could be someone who clams up and who kind of pulls back into that shell to protect themselves. I do feel like this is someone, it says withdrawing or protecting. This is someone who's been hesitant to share something with you. So for example, if you are dating this person and you feel like there's something they haven't told you, it could be that, you know, in the past they were married. Maybe they're afraid to tell you that because of the judgment that people make when someone says they've been married. Maybe they're afraid to tell you that they have children. Maybe they're afraid to tell you that, I don't know what it is, you know, maybe they're afraid to tell you that they were, you know, had childhood trauma as a child, because sometimes people have judgment about things like that. I can remember when I was looking into adoption years ago, and I knew from when I was younger and saw a doctor that if you have like, they frown upon it. If you have any mental health problems or childhood trauma, it makes them hesitant. Like you have to jump through a lot of hoops when it comes to adoption with that. I have no idea why I'm saying that. Anyway, what I'm seeing is that perhaps this person holds back from you because they're protecting something. They're protecting their children, for example. You know, for example, the two of you could be newly dating, and perhaps this person hasn't told you everything about themselves. Perhaps they haven't told you that they're working on trauma, or, you know, I hear it sometimes people will hold back that because of how bad the economy is right now and how expensive everything is. We see a lot of people who separate but then live together as roommates, and it could be something like that. Anyway, this is someone who sees the potential in this connection, and that's why they're taking their time, they're holding back. They definitely have something they want to share with you here. We have predictions of growth, and this gives me magician energy. This is someone who sees a future with you. This is someone who maybe when they met you, for some of you, they realized, okay, now I have to grow. Like, I have to be a better person. I have to get my stuff together, because I don't think you and this person were expecting, I don't think this person was expecting this connection. I feel like it just it took them by surprise. There were fast feelings, and I do feel like that intimidates them and they hold back. Interesting. I can't quite put my finger on what that is. Nope, you go there. We have density, and density is a card that talks about being overwhelmed, being weighed down. I think it's interesting how we have this white circle, and I know there's a pearl in that oyster. Oh, look, and we have a magic ball right here. This is someone who has a lot going on in their life, and who could have a lot of responsibilities. Like they could have children that they're taking care of. They could have multiple businesses. They could have, you know, an ex-partner that they have to pay financial support to or help in some way. This person could have many jobs, be going to school. It just feels like this person gets weighed down with other things that actually have nothing to do with you. And when I was shuffling, I saw the 10 of Wands in reverse. This is someone who wants to tell you about these things, like the oyster. But I just feel like right now they're not in a position to open up. For some of you, they could be married. And I'm not giving them attention, but I just want to point something out because I have a lot of judgmental people in my comment section sometimes saying, why would you even channel the energy of someone being in a marriage? That is wrong. So we're just not supposed to help people who come across soul connections and like, anyway, I ignored it. But I'm not here to promote wrecking homes. I'm not promoting anything like that. But like I say to you guys all the time, a lot of the time, you know, we rushed into marriage, myself included, because that's what we were supposed to do. Everybody gets married in their 20s. You're not married yet? Like, you haven't had kids yet? What are you waiting for? There's so much pressure from your family. So anyway, where we have the 2 of Swords, you could feel like this person feels like they need to choose between you and something else or you and someone else. I'm not going to be surprised for some of you if this person has kids. We have the 10 of Feathers. It came out in reverse. 10 of Feathers shows, in reverse, shows them wanting to heal something from a past relationship, mend some kind of wound within them, not within that connection. In the upright, it says recovery and transformation. So this is someone right now who feels like they are releasing some kind of past wound through this connection is what I feel. This is someone who wants to be connected with you and who wants to recover from those things in the past so that they can be a good partner to you. Because this is someone who is in magician, like they experience magician energy with you, meaning they possibly have intuitive downloads about a future with you. They can see you playing with their kids. And that can scare someone and make them pull back and hide. So yeah, that's what we're seeing for how they're feeling about this connection. This is someone who knows there's something special here. And in my head, like the only way I can explain it is I'm just going to use myself as an example. For example, like, no, I'm not going to use myself as an example. I'm going to use my partner as my example. He doesn't mind. I've used this example in some of my personal readings, but when him and I met like 20 years ago or whenever it was, it felt like, I think it is almost 20 years ago. We met online and he wasn't looking for anything serious. And I was looking for, you know, dating. And we, you know, we came together, we started dating and I was having feelings and I was like, oh, you know, do you want to go out? Do you want to do this? You know, I said, I love you first. And I said, I love you. And he didn't say it back. And I could tell that he was holding back something from me. And it wasn't because he wasn't interested in me or he didn't love me. He was holding back because he wasn't expecting to have feelings. And he had something in his past that he didn't readily open up about. Because when you're on a dating site, are you going to say, oh, I'm married and like, I can't find this person, so I can't get a divorce because they screwed me over and now they've run away to the other side of the country and he's not going to put all that in the profile, you know? So when feelings started to develop and they got stronger, you know, it was like 2 months later, he wouldn't say I love you. because he was holding something back. And in the end, it turned out that he had been married like 3 years prior. He had been separated for 2 years, but she, you know, she took advantage of his family. She was a con artist. She swindled his family out of like a lot of money. And then she ran off with a very old gentleman and never to talk to him again. And I remember when he told me, he was afraid to tell me. And when he told me what, I was, of course, judgmental. I was pissed off. I was like, why didn't you tell me sooner? Get out of my house. I'm not being involved with a married man. And I thought, like, because automatically our ego kicks in and we judge. And so that's what I see with this person, that there's something that possibly they don't want you to judge them about. For some of you, you may already know this about this person. I hope this makes sense. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. And I did go through that moment where I was like, I can't believe you lied to me. I don't want to be involved with someone who's married. I was coming from a place of ego, you know, and looking back, I can see why he didn't tell me, you know, because he didn't know me. And anyway, I don't think this person was planning for this connection. And I also think that it woke something up in them because now they're seeing the potential of a future. To me, this is someone who wants to clean up their life. This is someone who wants to look at, you know, possibly unhealed trauma that they have so that they don't carry it on, is what I'm seeing. This is a very weird pile for me. Anyway, I hope it's making sense. There goes my ego again. So we have the medallion, and this is about, I think it's interesting how we have these like pearl images. Like that looks like pearl in the middle of that medallion. And this card talks all about, this person is thinking about long term. They're thinking about what they're passing down through generation to generation. So this could be someone who, you know, has things about them that they're holding back. You know, for example, another example could be, what if this person is not financially stable and poor and you are? And they're looking over at you like, well, you have all the money in the world. I don't have that much to offer. Maybe they're holding back for reasons like that. Different values, different lifestyles. It's like I'm seeing a third party, but not a person. Interesting. So right now, whatever this person is working on, you know, it could have to do with kids with this card here, the medallion, because it does talk about family legacy. But this is someone who's trying not to repeat past patterns either, trying not to make the same mistakes their parents did. Anyway, interesting energy. I want to look that up really quick. The medallion. Reminds me of Zelda. Zelda could be symbolic. Specifically, Ocarina of Time, which is my favorite. Bonus points if you know what I'm talking about. That looks like the gold medallion. Why can't I find this? Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Do, 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 do. Okay. I'm really trying. Heirloom. Upholding tradition, protecting, honoring. It talks about things being passed on between lovers, between family members. So that's what I mean. It's like there's something this person doesn't want to pass on to this connection from their past. Perhaps, you know, defense they have, perhaps a wound that they have from a past connection. And it feels, like I said, for some of you that right now they're focused on their family possibly. So if they have children, I knew that was nowhere near straight. Interesting. The top card of your tarot deck, your person's tarot deck for how they feel, just popped off, and it's Knight of Cups. Popped off, geez. So, you know, that gives me that energy of them wanting to tell you something, them wanting to share something with you, have an emotional, reveal something emotionally to you. We have 12, protecting the future. And this is Hanged Man energy. So this is what I mean. I feel like at times your person holds back from you, or they stop talking to you, or maybe right now there's no contact. But this is someone who, to me, right now is looking at spiritual lessons that they need to learn. I'm really called to these 2 keys, which remind me of the 2 keys on the Hierophant card. We have Hanged Man energy. So for how they're actually feeling about this connection, you're showing them a new perspective on love. So whatever this past wound is that have kept people out in the past, you've kind of busted through it, or you've made them see through that and want to trust again. Interesting. Another little glowy ball, little pearl. Interesting. Protecting the future also feels like whatever this person is holding back about, they're doing it because they see long-term with you. They see huge potential in this connection. You're showing them a different perspective. What a beautiful card that is. Oh my. And, you know, as far as I do get the sense of children for some of you in this connection, this person wanting to protect their kids, wanting to make sure this is serious before they tell you or introduce you to their kids. It doesn't even have to be telling you. I'm not saying this person has secret children. That's not what I'm saying. It'll resonate if you'll know if they have children. Anyway. So yes, my friends, that is what we're seeing here. So we are going to get into the tarot, which I've already shuffled, and we're going to get right into how you think they are thinking about this connection. What do you think their thoughts are about this connection? Interesting. Interesting. So we have the Knight of Cups, which makes me feel like you think maybe they're not emotionally, maybe you think they don't think they're emotionally available enough for this connection. I do think that you question if this person has feelings for you because of the way they hold back. I often say to people, the King of Cups is someone with a lot of emotion, a lot of love to give. But at times, in distorted King of Cups energy, that person can become overwhelmed by those, especially if there's already overwhelm in their life. They can become overwhelmed by those feelings, and it can really stop them from communicating and opening up. So yeah, I feel for you, it looks like you feel like maybe this person isn't, I'm seeing emotionally immatureness. So you feel like they're not looking at you as long-term potential, possibly. They're not looking at you as someone they want to emotionally invest in, and that's not true at all. So yeah, King of Cups in reverse shows this energy that maybe at times this person doesn't put in enough energy. And that's probably, you feel like perhaps they don't care because they're not putting in energy, but it's because, well, I'm going to get to their side. So let's just keep it what's actually what you think is going on, and then we'll get to what's going on. So yeah, you feel like this is someone who you could feel like they're leading you on. That's what I'm hearing. You could feel like they're leading you on. Interesting. I think they feel a connection with you, but it almost looks like they don't think it's a deep connection and that they're leading you on. And this is someone who's protecting themselves because of a past wound. This is someone who sees a future here. And perhaps, you know, they want to take it really slow. Ace of Pentacles, they want to take it really slow because they do see the potential here. So we're going to go back and forth between you and your person so we can compare each energy. So let's see how they're thinking about this connection. We have the Hierophant. Spiritual lessons. What? I told you, Hierophant energy. I told you. I told you. This is someone who's thinking about what they need to heal, what they need to fix, what they need to release. This is someone who feels commitment energy with you, and they're spiritually growing. This is someone who's looking at how they can grow to be a better person for you. So if if they're holding back or not putting in effort, interesting. It's because they're dealing with lessons. They could be dealing with, maybe for some of you, you are resonating with the fact that this person is married. Seven of Pentacles shows they think there's a long-term potential here. And this is someone who's putting in effort. This is someone who thinks that the efforts they're putting in are going to grow into something long-term with you. Very interesting. Knight of Pentacles. I told you this is someone who's taking it very slow. And at times they feel like I feel like maybe you feel led on at times or confused by this person. We do have the Fool, and it gives me the energy that this person doesn't want to just jump headfirst into this without a foundation because they see the potential here. Interesting. I'm going to take this Seven of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to see how you think they're feeling about you. So how do you think they're feeling about you? How do you think they're feeling about you? We have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. I shuffled a few times. King of Pentacles. You could feel, let me just look in my book. You could... Interesting. I'm trying to figure out what I'm hearing in what I'm channeling through that card. See, this says, this person thinks, this is how you think they feel about you, okay? This is where it gets confusing for me when I have to say, this is how they think you're feeling about blah, 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 blah. You think that they see you as someone how can I put this? You think they feel you want long-term. There's this energy of you feeling like you're smothering them or moving too quickly. So I'm not sure if they said something to you about that. I'm not sure if they said something to you about that, about if you, or if you're, this is where I get really confused. I have all these messages happening in my head and I'm trying to put it into a sentence. And sometimes I have to say all the words before I understand what I'm trying to say. You could feel like this person feels like maybe you're a threat to their foundation. There we go. I don't know why that was so complicated for me to say. You could feel like maybe this person has too much going on to even think about you, or you think that they feel like you're a threat to their foundation. For some of you, I think you have made it known to this person with the smother card. I'm not saying that you're smothering them, but I feel like maybe you're the type of person who has told this person how you felt and how you feel about them, and maybe they haven't opened up the same way. There's a reason I told you about when I met my partner 20 years ago about how I said I love you and he didn't say it back. So interesting. It's funny because you could have asked this person if they were leading you on. Interesting. I want to get one more for how you think they're feeling about you. So we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords, it is, you know, it's a small energy. It's perhaps you feel like they're keeping an eye on you. They're watching you. Perhaps you feel like you have different values or perspectives, and perhaps you feel like, really interesting, I'm getting the energy that perhaps you feel like they're not being totally honest with you. Perhaps, you know, they feel you're more of a friend. Interesting. The Page of Swords is about truth and clarity. And I do feel that you pick up on they're holding back. And maybe you think they're holding back because they're being dishonest. I don't think that's the case, though. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How do they feel about you? Ace of Cups, new love, emotional renewal. I'm telling you, this is someone who possibly had an emotional awakening after you met or because of this connection. This is someone who feels a lot of emotion towards you. And at times, perhaps they don't know how to express it. This is someone whose heart is trying to guide them to you with the Ace of Cups. This is someone who, you know, sees this as new love. And interesting, on the bottom, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse again, showing this is someone who feels like they need to tell you something, that they need to open up to you, that they need to be honest with you. And for some of you, I don't think it's a big dark secret. I think it's something that to them, maybe they think it's a deep dark secret, but I don't think it is. I think it's something they're holding back to keep themselves safe. What I'm seeing is I feel like you feel like they don't think this is going anywhere, is what I'm hearing. So let's see what you think their intentions are towards you. What do you think their intentions are? What do you think their intentions are? So very interesting. We have very slow movement, and then we have conflict and blockages. So I'm not sure if you feel like this person intends to block you out or to not explore this. You know, this is very conflicted energy. So I feel like maybe you think they don't see where this is going yet. Perhaps you feel right now like their intentions, they don't even have any because it's moving so slowly. Interesting. You could get the intention, if they're in this energy where they're holding back, you could feel like they intend to block this out and, you know, defend themselves and not open up to this. Let's see their intentions. Oh my goodness, we have Justice. I'm going to get one more. So Justice for intentions is telling you something, revealing something to you, communicating a truth, taking accountability, balancing things. For some of you, this person may need to close off another cycle or have an ending before they can give to you. This is someone who wants to tell you the truth. This is someone who wants to balance this. Justice, Libra. Let's get one more. Eight of Wands, communication. So if you're not talking to this person, here it comes. They intend to communicate more with you. After this truth comes out, after they let go, after they open up, I feel like they're not going to shut up. Like the Eight of Wands is, they want to communicate more. They want to give more energy to this. They want growth here. They want forward movement with you here. That's what they intend. It could be that this person is waiting for, you know, Maybe they're waiting for a divorce settlement. Sometimes I talk to you guys about how when people are in a divorce, private investigators can be hired, especially with custody battles. Lawyers try and dig up dirt on the other person. So sometimes when someone's going through something like that, they have to remain single, remain focused on their foundation, their job, because they're fighting for custody of their children, or they're fighting for, you know, over finances or whatever it is. So let's see what action you think they're going to take. What action do you think they're going to take? Oh my goodness, look at this. That's what we started with. We have 2 of Swords. You feel like they're not going to come towards you here, or they're not going to pick you. Very interesting. You feel like this person has other options. So to me, for some of you, you feel like this person is not going to pick you and walk away from this connection. And for others of you, the ones who have that hope within you and this person has someone else in their life, I do see for some of you, deep down, you believe that they will leave that other person for you, that they know they're not happy and that they'll come towards you. So I'm happy to see that for you guys. I do see some hope there, so that's very nice. Now, let's see their next actions and see how it compares. We have the Ace of Wands. So this is someone taking action towards you. This is someone, you know, offering a date. This is flirting. This is sharing of energy. New chapter. Ace of Wands can sometimes symbolize like a fresh start after someone's had some kind of awakening. We also have 8 of Pentacles, which shows this person intends to choose this connection. Even though there's difficulty here. This is someone who wants to work on things with you. Lots of 8s. And 8s are about the dissolution of, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, of your past self. So it's like when you're in the cocoon and you turn into liquid. So your person could be going through that type of transformation, which is why they're not being open with you, or maybe not even communicating with you right now. For some of you, this person could be in therapy right now, I'm hearing as well. So let's see what you think they're hiding. What do you think they are holding back? Interesting. For some of you, I feel like you feel like they're holding back telling you what they want here, or choosing a direction. There is a lot about you thinking this person won't choose you. You could also feel like they're holding back another connection, which I don't think they are. What are they holding back? 9 of Swords. Interesting. 9 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. I'm not going to take the 3 of Pentacles, but the 3 of Pentacles shows to me that in the past, there was some kind of dynamic where perhaps they didn't work well with others, or someone wasn't fair to them. We have the 9 of Swords. So this is someone wanting to tell you about something they have fear about, something they have anxiety about, something that keeps them up at night. And we also have 5 of Cups, and 5 of Cups talks about wounds we can get from past relationships. I'm specifically seeing this in the reverse. And that can symbolize when you have a wound from a past connection that you haven't healed. And I feel like perhaps this person, you know, has been holding back opening up to you out of fear of how you would judge them. What do you think they want the outcome to be? So let's look at how you think they want this to end. Or sorry, end up, not end. We have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. So you could, to me, that gives fear of commitment energy. You feel like this person maybe is afraid to commit to this, or will never commit to this, or that they'll always run from you. I also wanted to mention, for what they're holding back. We do have truth and sharing burdens with you. So sharing something with you. Interesting. Let's see what they want to happen in this connection, what they think the potential outcome is. Interesting. We have the Queen of Swords and the Three of Wands, which is forward movement. It's funny because the Queen of Swords is, we're not talking about gender, we're talking about energy. This is what they want. This is someone who wants to be honest with you so you can finally move forward. I do feel like this person just has something they want to tell you, and until they do, it's like you can't move forward. This person wants to move forward. This person wants to progress. It could even be that, you know, this person has to have an ending of another connection with a Queen of Swords before they can give to this. But this is someone who wants to be truthful with you so that you can finally progress forward, is what I'm seeing. I just want to see if there's anything else Spirit wants to say. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So this is showing me that this person feels long-term potential with you and they are following their intuition. I do think this is someone who is, you know, emotionally immature or afraid to be vulnerable with you. We also have the Six of Swords on the bottom. This is really interesting. The Six of Swords can represent moving away from a past connection or a past hurt towards you. And we have the Emperor. So I do believe this is someone who's trying to take control of their life, their foundation, their structure, so that they can have this connection with you, Two of Cups. Triggered Emperor energy is what I'm seeing. All right, so to end, I just wanted to get you guys a few of these message cards. There goes my book. I watch your social media. This person watches your social media. I'm just going to take it. I watch your social media. I don't know if you were the one. I want to make amends. So if this is someone who owes you an apology, they want to make amends here. Page of Cups does show possibly this person wanting to apologize for something. We also have You Broke My Heart. So I'm not sure if that's you or if that's that past person, because I definitely feel like this person, I'm getting that's from a past person that broke their heart, and that's why they hide their feelings. Let's just get a few more. Maybe they broke your heart. I have trouble with intimacy. Yep, that's what I was seeing. And I don't want to let you go. So to me, it feels like this is someone who can't really be fully there for you right now, but they don't want to let you go either. So yeah, my friends, I hope this made some sense. This one was a weird one for me. Not weird in the energy, but I don't know, my ego's all up in this one, so I'm not sure if your person has problems with ego or you do. But weird. Anyway, I hope it resonated for someone. That's all that matters to me. As long as it resonates for one person, that's all that matters to me. Like I said the other day, I don't even ask you guys to like or anything. It's for you. So whatever you want to do with the energy, yeah, I'm here for you, and you don't need to like do things for me. I'm happy to read the energy for you guys. But anyway, I love you guys, and I hope this made sense to somebody. And yeah, I'm thinking about you guys always, and I will be back tomorrow with another reading. And until then, please take care of yourself, and I love you, and I'll see you then. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose Pile 3 and this Ruby Fuchsite, this is going to be a reading all about how you think they're feeling about this connection versus how they're actually feeling about this connection. I hope it resonates. So yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into the oracle cards, I do have this one that we'll look at, and it's Collapse. And this card is meant to represent how you think they're feeling about this connection or their energy regarding this connection. And I do feel perhaps there was a Tower moment and you still feel like this person is thinking about that. There seems to be this energy that you think they think it's over, or they think it's not working or something there. But yeah, we have a lot of oracle cards to get to. I might wait to shuffle, actually. I was going to shuffle first, but I think I'm going to wait. So yeah, so we have, this is meant to be how you think they're feeling about this connection. This is meant to be current energy. And this is meant to be how they are currently viewing this connection or thinking about this connection. So yeah, we'll try and get you guys some answers. So we'll start off with the oracle cards. Like I said, this collapse, it is the energy that I feel. It says system failure, destruction, or ruin of a system. And it does say if reunification is possible, then the system will be reformed from another place. All that is clear is that it will either be in a new way or it will not. So I feel like there's been a Tower moment here, and you feel perhaps there was an ultimatum or something. It just feels to me like you feel that unless someone changes their approach or someone makes a move or changes something that they did, it's hard to pinpoint what it is that I'm trying to say. It's like unless this person comes in changed, you know, this Tower will not stand the way things currently were. And remember, this is how you think they're feeling. So to me, it seems like you think that this person thinks that there needs to be change in this connection if it is to work again or something. Again, maybe an ultimatum was given. I'm not sure. You'll have to forgive me. I am having difficulties communicating today. So for how you think they're feeling, we have the Moth. And what's really interesting is I do feel like you feel they have a special connection with you, that they're drawn to you. I feel that if you have had Tower moments in the past, this is someone, 333 on the timer, this is someone who always comes back to you. But what I'm seeing is it may be fleeting energy with this Moth energy. Anyway, I feel like you think they are drawn to you, but like I said, it's almost fleeting. It's like they come in and there's a Tower moment and then they're gone again, perhaps. And it feels like maybe you think they're unable to build a strong Tower here. It's interesting. I figured out what I was trying to say. I feel like you feel this person acts impulsively towards you. You feel like they'll impulsively come in and then possibly they'll go back out again. I feel like there could have been a conversation where someone said this has to change if we're going to move forward, is what I'm hearing. We have the Five of Acorns, which is the Five of Wands. And perhaps you feel like this person is blocked to this connection right now, or I feel like you feel like they're conflicted about it, that there are a lot of blockages. Perhaps you feel like they believe there's a lot of conflict here, and the inability to build that strong tower. Interesting. For some of you, you could think that they're blocked off to the potential of this connection, or you could feel like there's too many blockages here. It's interesting because I feel like you feel like this person is impulsive in the way they do things. They could be, you know, there could have been a lot of arguments in this connection, and maybe you feel like they're still thinking about those arguments. Maybe you feel when they think about you that they think about the tower moments and how, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like you're thinking that they're looking at you in a very nice light right now, is what I'm hearing. I'm having a really, I've been having problems communicating today. I get that. I'm autistic. I go through days where it's really hard. I'm having a specifically hard time in this area though. So I'm not sure if you're feeling like you're in trouble by this person or what. We have the one who needs control. So you could feel like this person sees you as someone who wants to know what's going on, who needs control over this situation, who wants to know the outcome, who wants to control them, who, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying this is how you feel them viewing you. I'm feeling, for some of you, you could feel like this person thinks you've been chasing them. And I don't know, there's a very interesting energy here. You could feel, if you're someone who is very emotional or very, if you're someone who's wounded and acts from a place of fear and ego, you could really be wondering if this person even sees potential in you anymore. And I hate to say that. I hate to say that, but that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. That you feel like they feel you're a moth, not a butterfly. And I think that's incorrect. Very interesting. You could also feel like this person wants to control this connection with that energy, the one who needs control. You could feel like they want control over this connection, especially if the two of you argued a lot. You could feel possibly like they have control issues, or perhaps, you know, they were the ones acting from a place of ego and there was power struggles. And I feel like you think this person thinks about those moments a lot, spends a lot of time thinking about fights between you. Possibly you're afraid they're judging you. I don't know. This is interesting energy, pile 3. All of these piles have been very interesting. We do have air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I do feel like you think about this connection a lot, or this person. Interesting. So, for how they're actually feeling about this connection, this is where it gets interesting. We have the whale, and the whale shows that they are drawn to you. The way that you feel they're drawn to you like a moth to a flame, yet that flame goes out quickly and it dissipates, or it could be this is someone who's inconsistent. Anyway, how they're actually feeling is they're drawn to you for deeper reasons. They're drawn to you. They're drawn to your healing energy. This is someone who wants to heal, who wants to be on the same vibration as you. Music could be very symbolic between the two of you. I also feel like this is someone who you feel is not focused on you, but they actually are, because the moth is kind of focused on themselves. But the whale is, to me, focused. I'm calling this you, even though this isn't you. It's your perception. But it's like the whale is actually focused on you. And healing this. It could be that this was, you know, a connection where you both triggered each other a lot, and perhaps your person is in the place of healing and you're in the place of looking at the way you behaved and the shadows that came out in this connection, and maybe you are wondering if this person will ever, you know, want to be with you again, because that's a thing that happens too. We all have shadows. We all have, none of us are perfect. Anyway, this person feels very drawn to you. Music could be very important. My. We have X-rays, and this is such an interesting card because this is how they're feeling about this connection. And this is very interesting. I just heard something, so I just want to skip back for a minute. For how you think they're feeling about this connection, I feel like you think they're not listening to their intuition, but to their ego, to their pride. And what's actually going on, this card symbolizes intuition and being able to see, you know, through the veil, trusting your intuition, letting your intuition guide you. And I feel they actually are in High Priestess, listening to their intuition. There's another card here about letting their intuition guide them. And so I think it's interesting because I feel like perhaps you feel like their ego is guiding them right now and controlling how they're feeling about this, but it's actually the opposite. They're listening to their intuition about you. We have Temperance, Balance, and Harmony. Oh my goodness. So this is someone who's trying to be patient with this connection. Perhaps, you know, this is someone who has a lot of healing to do themselves. You know, for how they're feeling about this connection, to me, it looks like they are interested in, like this card said, reunification. If it could be done the right way, if a structure could be built, if a foundation could be built. I think it's interesting how there's this energy that you think this person may be mad at you, but actually they're spiritually being drawn to you right now. Anyway, very interesting. I do feel like this is someone who is trying to be patient. I feel like this is someone who's seen this connection, has a lot of ups and downs, but still they're drawn to you. You know, there's a reason they keep coming back. And I feel like maybe you think it's just impulsiveness or sex or whatever. And really it's this person's intuition trying to point them in the right direction. And I feel like they're finally listening to that. Those are three beautiful cards right there about balance, harmony, listening to your intuition, being able to see this for what it actually is now, not from a place of ego or control. Anyway, we have 77, the Sword. So this is someone who's been through some type of transformation and they have clarity about this. They're seeing this so clearly. This also symbolizes someone who wants to talk to you, who wants to bring some kind of truth. Very, very transformative energy. And it's really interesting how I almost feel like it's the complete opposite of what you feel is going on here. And we have the Messenger. And I just think this is amazing because the Messenger, you know, talks about, well, first of all, it feels like you're going to get a message from this person if you haven't already, if you're not already talking to this person. I also see Hierophant energy in this card with that key. And I feel like this is someone who wants to communicate some kind of lesson they may have learned or what they need to change. I do feel like this person is coming towards you with a stronger foundation. This was an extra card, so I'll just stick it here. 19 is also, I can't even believe that I skipped over that. 19 is divine masculine energy. It's the sun. It's clarity. It's this person, you know, seeing this for what it is. Possibly they want to bring clarity, take action towards this in the 3D. 77 equals 14. So that's temperance again. So perhaps, you know, this clarity couldn't happen until both of you were balanced, you know? Perhaps both of you needed to balance your feminine and masculine energies within. I hope this is making sense. This has been a weird reading for me today, like trying to decipher all of these energies. So yeah, that's what we're seeing. Interesting. You could feel like this person, like there's competition for you, for some of you, and I don't think that's the case. This person is like fixated on you. So we have current energy with your person. We have the threshold, and I love this. I love this card. I talk about crossing over the threshold, stepping into a new timeline. This is someone who's made some type of transformation. They've gone from looking at this from a place of ego to looking at it from a place of, from their intuition. This is someone who's ready to come towards you or ready for possible union here is what I'm seeing. This is someone who's ready to step over that threshold and onto their higher path is what I am hearing. We do have a few cards about reconciliation here, truth, communication. So for some of you, I think you are talking to this person, but for those of you who are not, that's a sign right there. I'm just going to move this down a little. There we go. So then the next card we have is Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. Oh my gosh. So 15, that is devil energy. And I feel like this person is freeing themselves from their lower vibrational energy. And I feel like you think they're still in that energy, but they're actually not. And moving out of stagnation, you know, that shows forward movement. It shows progression. It shows communication. It shows coming out of the hermit cave or whatever it is, hobbit hole. And wanting to step over that threshold. It's amazing. Yeah, so I just want to look at the books and see if there's anything else I wanted to touch on before we get into tarot. This one takes me forever to find. I am still learning my Roman whatever. The door, the gate, the initiation. So this person is going through growth. It's really interesting because for this, I'm looking at, you know, how you think they're doing versus how they're actually doing. And I think that you see this person resisting this. You feel like they're resisting this connection. You feel like there's barriers. You feel like there's blockages. Maybe you feel like this person refuses to grow. And what's actually happening is major growth and a major awakening. And this person moving out of this lower vibrational energy and, you know, turning into that butterfly. Very nice. You could see them as a moth. Not that I think moths are bad. I love moths. This is someone ready to step into their new reality. I told you. Just take that one necessary step toward the future that calls you, which is you, pile 3. Anyway, lovely. Let's just look at this 15 before we move on. This one feels more straightforward than the other piles. Interesting. I'm just looking at this. Yeah, this person is now, it says trusting. This person is now trusting in the process. And it is about, it's really interesting because this one talks about, how as you grow and transform and you awaken, you kind of blow away all the things that no longer serve you, all the, you know, whatever that is, whether it's values, whether it's the people you like to spend your time with, patterns, whatever it is. And this person is moving out of stagnation and coming towards you. It's very interesting. Like I said, I think it's interesting how the energy kind of is, you feel like this person is not growing, but they are, and it kind of comes up in that card here. So very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm going to shuffle tarot. We're going to use 2 tarot decks. And I think for you, I'm going to use this one. So we have the 9 of Wands. I just cut that in half to get bottom of the deck energy. We have the 9 of Wands here. And this is how you feel, they feel about this connection. And this is showing me that you feel like they think this is a connection that requires a lot of hard work. There's been a lot of obstacles. You know, maybe you felt like this person was sick of you, I'm feeling, with the 9 of Wands. And the Hanged Man shows that you feel this person, you know, possibly doesn't want to talk to you anymore, Hanged Man energy. You do feel this person has pulled their energy back in some way. So let's have a look here. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of 9s. And 9s are very symbolic of someone growing into the higher version of themselves. That's the evolution of you, you know? I see this person growing and changing and evolving. 9. Building a stronger foundation. Interesting. We have the King of Pentacles. What was I just saying about a stronger foundation? This person has been grounding themselves, leveling up. Oh, this is supposed to be how you're feeling, though, about this connection. Or how you think they're feeling about this connection. So we have the Hermit. Didn't I say somebody ready to step out of the Hermit cave? So we have the Hermit here, so you definitely feel like this person is isolating themselves from you right now. Oh my goodness. You could feel, you know, the Hermit also gives the energy that you feel perhaps that this person doesn't want to go within and doesn't want to look at their shadows. So I think that's interesting with that Threshold card, the energy we talked about, how you possibly feel they refuse to grow. Interesting. So now we're going to shuffle their deck. So 8 of Wands was on the bottom. Interesting. I recut it. We have Ace of Cups on the bottom. So this could be someone that, you know, is feeling, well, first of all, they are letting their intuition guide them with the Ace of Cups. That is following your heart. And with the 8 of Wands, it does seem like this person is coming towards you. Perhaps you're already talking to this person. Interesting. Knight of Wands. This person could have run from this connection at some point. This is someone who wants to reconnect with you. 10 of Cups. Nope. 10 of Swords in reverse. This is someone who wants to repair the disconnect between the two of you and bring you clarity. Interesting. One more. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Clarity and stability, anyone? Interesting. That's nice energy. We have the Knight of Swords here. So it's interesting because Knight of Swords does show this person wanting to come in, especially with this sword energy. This is someone who wants to tell you something. This is someone who's feeling the need to come towards you very quickly. So interesting, you guys. So let's start off with how you think they are thinking, or how you think they're thinking about this connection. King of Pentacles, which wanted to come out when I was shuffling. Interesting. So you could feel like they're very stubborn here, or they're very, what am I trying to say here? I don't know why on this side I've been struggling today. You could feel like this is someone who... It's interesting. I think you know this person sees long-term potential with you. I think that you know they see long-term potential here with you with the King of Pentacles. And I feel like... I do feel like you know that there needed to be healing or something here in order for this person to actually give to this connection. We have the Ace of Cups and the Emperor. So to me, it feels like you kind of understand energetically what's going on here. But perhaps sometimes you take it to heart and you take it personally. With the Emperor, I do feel like you think this person wants to have a more stable foundation here. So you could be someone who's highly intuitive, because to me it kind of looks like you're already thinking that's what's happening, but perhaps, you know, your ego overpowers you. Perhaps while you're watching this, you're in your ego, or when you're finding this, you're having a bad day and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I need a sign. And then you find this reading. It's interesting because with the threshold, it would also show me that you're stepping over some kind of threshold and moving out of some kind of devil energy as well. Some type of, to me, I feel like it's ego and fear. And it's interesting because to me, it feels like you already know this person sees the potential in this connection. Interesting. You could feel like that's what's happening right now, especially if you're not talking to this person. You could be one of those people who intuitively knows they're coming back towards you, but then your ego steps in and tells you that you're delusional. I want to get one more for how you think this person is feeling about this connection. You could be feeling like this person is stubborn, stubborn to change, stubborn to come towards you. So we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting, because they were coming up as the Knight of Wands in their tarot deck. And I'm seeing that you kind of have a good grasp of what's going on in this situation, if I'm being honest. Knight of Wands shows you feel possibly that they are running from this connection, or that they have a fear of commitment. You could feel like this person, you know, at times, this is where it gets confusing for me. This is how you think they feel. So you think they feel like they don't want to settle down to this. I feel like for some of you, you weeble wobble between intuition and ego. And maybe that's because your person did as well. But I just feel like sometimes you think this person wants to have a stable connection with you, and then at times you think that they want to run from you. Interesting. We do have the Hierophant on the bottom, so it does feel like deep down you know this person is going to come towards you. Interesting. You seem tapped in, my friend. And you know what? Do you know what I just heard? Because you may be really tapped in energetically, and you may be working with energy, doing the things you know you need to do to heal, putting up boundaries where you know this person needs to heal. It could be that you fear this person looks at you as someone who's controlling, or someone who's, you know, I don't know what, putting up boundaries for no reasons. But to me, you look like someone who knows what's happening here. And maybe sometimes you do worry about how they're viewing your approach to this. Anyway, let's see how they're feeling about this connection. Their thoughts about this connection. Oh my gosh, are you tapped in or what? Look, we have the King of Pentacles. I could be dealing with two kings. Anyway, this is someone who wants this connection. This is someone who still has hope for this connection. They have hope. They know it's not easy. They still have hope for this. This is someone who sees long-term potential with you, my friend. I think it's amazing that you knew exactly how this person was feeling. That shows me that you were tapped in. I'm telling you. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Three of Wands. This person wants to come towards you. They want progression. Ace of Wands. They want to take action towards you. Let's go back to your cards. Let's see how you think they feel about you. So how do you think they feel about you? Oh my gosh. Temperance? Temperance, anyone? So what I'm hearing here is that you, well, first of all, I think it's interesting because we're asking how you think they feel, and Temperance came out in their energy. So like I said, I think it's very interesting how you actually do know how they feel deep down intuitively. Temperance shows me that perhaps you feel like this person wants to take their time, like they want to be patient, like they don't want to make any sudden movements. Because in the past, I feel like they were in and out, possibly for some of you. I feel like you think this person is taking their time. For some of you, there could be, the sense that maybe when you're in your ego, you fear this person doesn't actually want anything. But what I see is that you feel deep down that they want reconciliation, and they do. So your intuition is magical, because deep down, that is what they want. We have the Two of Wands on the bottom, and that shows me that you feel just like that talked about. That card, what was it? Collapse. It gives off this tower energy. It gave off that energy. If we're going to reunite, something has to change. That's Two of Wands energy. Sometimes you see a globe on the Two of Wands, and it's to represent someone needing to change their approach. So I feel like you think this person feels like you have to change the way you're approaching this, or they do. Anyway, I think it's interesting, the synchronicity, because it shows you feeling like they know they have to change the way they're coming in. They know they have to change what they're offering you. Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they currently feeling about... Ten of Swords in reverse wanted to come out. I don't know where it went, but it really wanted to come out. And then Ten of Pentacles came out. So Ten of Swords in reverse is they feel like they want to work things out with you. Ten of Pentacles in the upright is they want long-term, they feel commitment energy with you. They feel stable energy. They feel long-term commitment. They feel the potential of this not just being emotional fulfillment, but being something very stable and long-lasting. Like I said, Ten of Swords in reverse shows this person wanting to reconnect with you and wanting to get back together. I don't know where that card went. It just like disappeared. Interesting. I guess that Ten of Pentacles really wanted to come out. Now it's hiding itself. Interesting. All right, well, you can stay. You can stay in there. Maybe it wants to come out at a different time. Maybe it wants to come out for a different question. Interesting. It's like it disappeared. That's so weird. Interesting. This is someone who wants to work things out with you. 3 of Pentacles. They want to communicate with you and bring you clarity. 7 of Cups in reverse. Let's see what you think their intentions towards you are. So how do you feel? What do you feel their intentions are? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So you believe that they intend to choose you or make you some kind of offer here. I do believe deep down you intuitively feel this. I do feel like maybe you're someone who struggles with ego versus intuition. You feel like they're going to choose you. You feel like they're going to come back. You feel like they're going to offer you something. They're going to come back into your life here. We have magpies. I want to get one more. Wheel of Fortune. You feel that they intend to change. They intend to make adjustments for you and to communicate with you. Very interesting. It'll be really interesting once we get into what they're going to do. We have the Chariot showing that you feel like they're going to take more action towards you in the future. You think they're going to come in. The Magician, you feel like they're going to communicate with you. Amazing. You feel like they're going to bring you clarity. And guess what? 7 of Cups, they're bringing you clarity. I think that's interesting. Let's see what their intentions for this connection are. What are their intentions? So we have 7 of Pentacles and Justice. So this person wants to come towards you with some kind of truth or telling you something. They want to balance this. This is someone who wants to make compromises. 7 of Pentacles shows them intending to, you know, show you the rewards for all the energy that you've put into this connection. They want to have something manifest here with you. They want this to grow into something. This person is definitely wanting to communicate with you. Page of Swords. I think it's interesting how you think they intend to make adjustments. And here we have someone compromising, making adjustments. Interesting. Let's see what you think their action will be. What action do you think they're going to take? What action do you think they're going to take? The Moon. Interesting. So for actions, this is interesting. I'm picking up on multiple energies here. For some of you, I feel like you feel like they're going to keep following their intuition, which is what they're doing right now. I feel like you think they're going to reveal something to you possibly. For some of you, I am hearing that you do struggle with your ego. And ego is that voice of fear that you get where you fear they'll never come back. You fear that they'll never look at their shadows. You fear that they'll never, you know, do the healing that's required. That's just for some of you. I actually want to get one more for how you, or what action you think they're going to take. We have the High Priestess. Interesting. So you feel perhaps, for some of you, I am getting the energy that you feel that this person is going to continue ignoring their intuition. But for a large amount of you, I'm seeing someone who you feel they're going to reveal something to you or come towards you and communicate with you. You can feel it coming. It's like you feel like they are listening to their intuition. And for some of you, you could say like, I have no idea why I feel that way because they're not giving me any signs in the 3D that they're even thinking about me, but I can feel it. I can feel it coming. We have Death and Rebirth. So for some of you, you feel like this person is going through a transformation. And as soon as they go through that transformation, they're heading right to you. For some of you, you could be afraid that this is over with the Death card. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see their next actions. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is someone who comes in determined to have what they want, determined to put in the effort. It is a very slow-moving night, so perhaps this person is moving very slowly. This is the night where you don't see anything in the 3D. You know, they're moving so slowly, they don't talk to you, they don't like anything on social media, but they're still energetically coming back. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who is determined to have what they want here, and that's you, you know? We have the Ace of Swords, so we see this person communicating with you. That's their next action, to bring you some kind of truth. I'm going to get one more. Yeah, this person, very interesting. This person wants to be honest with you. This person wants to be honest about how they're truly feeling. Perhaps they want to be honest with you about what their intuition is telling them. I think it's interesting that that crow is black and blue because it's like a mix of the magpie and the crow. Interesting. We see this person coming out of isolation, coming out of, like, they're no longer holding back here. Let's see. I want to see advice for you about how they're feeling. Seven of Pentacles. Well, your advice about how they're feeling is, I think it's interesting because that is how they're feeling. Seven of Pentacles, that's their intentions. And, you know, your advice is to trust in what's manifesting here. You know, you may not see it yet, but it's coming. This beat is on the World card, completion. And I do feel a sense of completion here. I think one of the... I think when I shuffled this deck, completion was a card that wanted to come out with this card. Interesting. I want to see what you think they want the future to hold for the two of you, or what... Oh, look at that. Justice. You will have your justice. Interesting. Because we had justice on this side. Do you see how... This is what I mean. You're magical. I want to see what you think they want to happen in the future. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You know, you're an intuitive one, my friend. It feels to me... I didn't feel it until I got into the tarot, but for some of you, I feel like intuitively you know what's happening here. I can see it. We have Ace of Swords, so you know that they want to have a fresh start with you, that they want to be honest with you, that they want to communicate with you. Let's see what this person wants the future to hold for the two of you. Ten of Swords in reverse. Didn't I say? Listen. Remember when that tried to come out earlier and then I tried to find it and I couldn't find it? It was like it walked out of the deck. I couldn't find it. I looked at what I thought was every card and I said, it needs to come out for another question. They want to get back together with you. They want to put this connection back together. This is, you know, getting back together after a breakup. We also have the King of Wands here. This person wanting to put in energy to this, wanting to take control and come towards you, have a very passionate connection here. Beautiful, beautiful. Just saying. Very, very nice. Any last words of advice, Spirit? Strength. Don't let your ego get to you. Don't let your pride get to you. Believe in this connection. Be confident. This is an unbreakable bond that you're dealing with. That's what I'm seeing. And we do have the Fool. So this person is going to take a leap of faith towards you. Very nice. I'm just going to get you some of these hidden oracle cards. I still feel the pain. So for some of you, this person could still be feeling the pain from your separation, your breakup. Ooh. I just saw I compare others to you. We have, I need security. So this could be someone who's very insecure. This could be someone who, when they come in, they want to have a discussion about, you know, where this is going. Maybe they want to say, like, we're going to be monogamous, we're going to have boundaries, whatever it is. This person wants security when they come back in. We have, I want you so badly. I told you their energy is being drawn towards you right now. So we have, we don't share the same values. So in the past, I'm going to say you two could be very different, and perhaps that was part of the blockage here. I can't remember if it was in this pile. I think it was in a different pile that I was talking about values, different lifestyles. But the two of you could have had different values that could have been part of, you know, those arguments there. We have, I am not financially stable. So this could be someone who is taking their time because they're also working on their financial stability. And we have, I do love you. And there's another card that wanted to come out. I can be myself with you. And on the bottom of the deck, I feel so happy with you. So this is the energy of the whale. You know, this person being drawn back to you. They love you. They can be themselves with you. They feel happy with you. Like a moth to a flame, except they want to stay. Anyway, my friends, I hope that resonated. I never know with readings like this. My ego always gets to me. And then you guys are you always make me feel better. Anyway, I need to learn not to even think about it or doubt it. But yes, thank you for joining me for another reading. I hope that resonated. I hope it brought you some comfort and helped you with your intuition, because you have good intuition, my friend. And yeah, I'll be back soon with another reading. And until then, I love you guys. I'll be thinking about you. Thank you again for your support. Literally every night I sit around reading the comments from you, and screenshotting them for no reason. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.